Folks, I'm going to show you today how Ruto is planning to change Africa. Ruto is walking exactly on the path of the Gaddafis of Africa. Ruto na Gaddafi, mandugu kabisa. Leo Ruto ameingia pale Mozambique. So this is Ruto, the Republic of Mozambique. Okay. Karibishwa. Just a regular African. You are match nini. I've never really understood the importance of this thing here. Me when I come, my president waste a lot of time. I mean, it might just be me, but that's under a match, bro. A match when the president, wow. Looks like a humble guy, I guess. Salimia, my minister of Mozambique. Our women are very, very gracious. You know, baka mtu na inama kidogo. Very gracious women. Bro, ukiwa president uko na a lot of access. Hao ni maminister wa nchi, bro. These are ministers of a country. They are running ministries. Wengine wana run ministries za kusiju kuchimba ma gold, ma diamond, ma whatever it is that they do in that country. Na wanataka sana kusalimie. Yani unakishachukua namba ya mmoja wao unaweza mpigia simu. So if you don't have a good heart as a president, you can really unaweza maliza nchi vibaya sana. Vibaya sana. You can really misuse that office. Watu wetu ndio hawa Aden Duale. This is Nanok, right? Yeah, I was kind of surprised because I've never seen Nanok for a while. That's Nanok, right? Ruto has been on these presidential state visits. Kama ingekuwa msanii ungesema tour. Amekuwa kitembea kabisa. Ruto amekuwa kitembea. I think they are using quite a bit of money in these visits, in these tours. But they call it state visit. But anywho, he's been on this path of talking about one Africa. Anaongea kuhusu currency.
Egypt wants to pay. Why are we bringing dollars in the middle of our trade? This is the question we should be asking ourselves.
Anaongea kuhusu currency. I love that conversation, by the way. I don't know if many people love this conversation, but this is an important conversation. One currency. He's talking about some of the things that Gaddafi used to talk about. Why can't we deal with one another and trade with each other with our own currency? Why do we have to rely on the dollar? Same thing he's talking about. So listen to this speech here.
We still find challenges of barriers and roadblocks and bureaucracy around movement of goods and services in our continent. We will move towards a visa-free region and a visa-free continent. Kenya already made the decision 5 years ago that any African who wants to visit Kenya can acquire a visa at the airport in Nairobi. We are currently having a national conversation whether any African needs a visa at all. Forget one at the airport. We share history, we share culture, we share destiny. And it is in our place to begin to imagine a continent of brothers and sisters that does not have the limitations of barriers and boundaries and bureaucracy that impedes movement of people or goods or services. The visa regime was introduced to us by our friends, largely from the West. Today, they have largely moved away from visa restrictions in their jurisdictions. For example, the EU of 27 countries have a single visa for 27 countries and 500 million people. And yet, we have been left stuck with visas which they introduced and abandoned. And we are now victims and hostages of visas from one country to another, I think. Because if those who introduced the visa find no meaning for it anymore, why should we? Your Excellency, I think this is a conversation that you and me and our other brothers in the continent need to have.
You hear that? Nataka ufuate vizuri kabisa what this guy is talking about. The EU, Europe, one visa.
And yet, we have been left stuck with visas.
Come on, bro. Come on, man.
Which they introduced and abandoned.
Mm-hmm.
And we are now victims and hostages of visas from one country to another. I think we need to do the right thing. Because if those who introduced the visa find no meaning for it anymore,
right?
Why should we?
Exactly right. Yes, sir.
Your Excellency, I think this is a conversation that you and me and our other brothers in the continent need
big
to
time,
have.
bro. Big time, big time, big time, man. Big time. You know what I'm saying? Standing ovation from President William Arap Samoei Ruto. I wish this guy the best. I wish Ruto the best. I wish and hope his heart is in the right place. I wish and hope he doesn't get bored with money, because money is what imekata destinies mingi sana the presidents. A lot of presidents, their destiny, their star has been cut short because of their love for money and their greed for money. The vision that Ruto has is a solid vision. So I wish that he can see this through. I think this is an important, very important thing for us to have. Why should we have visa limitations and restrictions? And the word that he used was impede, inasimamisha, delay or prevent by obstructing them. You feel me? This is another one. It's still in Mozambique. Listen to this one here.
We broke away and we broke the chains of colonialism in our continent. And we broke the chains of colonialism because they were imposed on us without our will, without our wish. Mm. They were undemocratic. They were not participatory. They were against the majority will of the people of our continents, whether it is the Portuguese here in Mozambique or the British in Kenya. Mm-hmm. These were wills that were imposed on our people without their consent. Our position is that undemocratic, unconstitutional imposition of the will of any government of whatever nature on the people without their consent is wrong, the same way colonialism was wrong. And that Africa can only proceed into the future if we allow the people of our countries and of our continent to determine their destiny and to choose their leaders in democratic means, using democratic means. The way you do here in Mozambique, and the way we do in Kenya, and the way it is done in many parts of our continent. And therefore, as a union, in the Africa Union, we are against any undemocratic removal of any government. Coups are not a panacea. They are not a solution to the challenges that we have as a continent. They are as undemocratic as the colonial masters. And we are taking a very firm position as nations, as the Africa Union. any undemocratic removal of any government immediately earns the expulsion from the Africa Union. They cease to be members of the Africa Union.
Thank you so much, guys, for watching this content, man. I appreciate you. I ask you to keep coming back and watch, man. Without you, none of this is possible. Without you, we can't be able to do what I can't be able to do what I'm doing. I don't have a big team right now. Hopefully, when this thing picks up, we're gonna start having teams, having more better videos, better edits. 2-3 different camera angles. You feel me? So I just need your support. Kindly ask you, support this work. Once you see this pop up on your screen, just click on it, play it, because it's for YouTube. This is all for YouTube algorithm. YouTube needs you to play it so that it can know that kuna mtu ambaye anaona this content. All the best. I love you. God bless.